Awesome. Hello, everybody. Hope you are all well and have had a wonderful week and are looking forward to this week's quiz. So, as usual, obviously, I've set up the live stream to start now, but we won't be starting the quiz itself until about 8:05, just to give people some time to join. So take this time to go grab yourself a drink, make sure you're comfortable. If you're calling people to make teams, then do that and check out the picture round. This week's picture round is a little bit trickier than usual, I think. I feel like most people get very high marks on it, so I thought I'd make it slightly trickier. So these are all locations in Disney and or Pixar films. Work out which film they come from. So it's not what the location is, it's what the film is. In the meantime, feel free to say hello and have a bit of a chat before we get started. So, hi, Richard. You had a good week? Helps if I get the questions up. So I'm going to do that now. And yes, hello to everyone who's just joined. So if you missed what I said at the beginning, hello. We'll be starting as usual about 8:05, just giving people some time to join. So feel free to say hello, but also get yourself settled and check out the picture round, which you can find in the video description or over on the Facebook page. Went for a pub lunch and had the worst steak I've ever had. It sounds lovely that you went for a pub lunch, although that sounds really disappointing about the steak. Did you say anything to them at the time if it was that bad? Hey, Andrew. I hope you've had a wonderful week and are looking forward to another quiz. Hey, Param. Hope you are all okay. Paying attention, I need to not drink that too quickly, otherwise I'm going to have nothing left for the actual quiz. Party time. Hi, Rob. Hello, Mum. Yes, I know. I will talk to you at some point soon, I'm sure. Well, let me turn the sound off on my phone. That would be useful. So we won't get interrupted. Awesome. So yes, hello to anyone who has just joined us. Actually, I'm not going to bother repeating that. The number of people has gone down from when I last said that. So I'm presuming that means no one new has joined. But hello, everybody. Yeah, the usual thing. We're going to wait till 8:05 to start the quiz. Just on a bit earlier for people to give time for people to join us. So in the meantime, use this time to get yourself settled and check out the picture round. Oh, Declan, have you got that link from the video description or from the Facebook page? It might just be because I know there's other people that have managed to get it, so it might just be that I didn't update it in the video description by accident. If I did, I'm sorry. I've popped the link in the comments now. Yes, video description. As I say, the picture round is a little bit trickier this week. Most of them are very, very well-known films. There's one of them that's a little bit more obscure. So I figured I'd make it slightly more difficult. You can't always get super high marks every week, everybody. I need to make things slightly more difficult sometimes. Evening, Hugh. Yes, we'll be making a start in about 4 minutes just to give people some time to join us. Hi, Reggie. So yes, in the meantime, take this time to get yourself nice and settled, and also check out the picture round. So you can find the link to that over on the Facebook page, or it's in the comments here. Someone said to me the link in the video description takes you to last week's. So if you're not on Facebook, have a look through the comments and you should see it there. Well, hi Rachel, hi B. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Yes, we're making a start in just a few minutes. I know people have said that the picture round is very difficult. I will give you the clue that all bar one of them are Disney films from the last 30 years. If that helps anybody. Hi, Coralie. Oh, it's good to see you again. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good here. It's nice to have you back. Yeah, we'll be starting in about 2 minutes' time, so not too much longer now. But yes, use this time to grab yourself a drink, get yourself settled, and check out the picture round. So for anyone who has just joined us and didn't hear earlier, if you're looking for the picture round, the link is correct over on the Facebook page. However, the link in the video description takes you to last week's. So if you're not on Facebook, I have put the link in the comments. So just scroll back through. I think my name comes up highlighted for you guys, so it should be easy enough to find. But yes, we'll be starting in just a couple of minutes. Oh, I always do this. I always feel like I just need to carry on talking, and the silence is very awkward, but I never quite know what to talk about. So you just get me repeating myself all the time. But we have only got about a minute left, so not too much longer now. Yeah, don't quite know what to talk about. Everything is sort of mental block kind of day. I just don't know what to ramble on about. Normally, I am full of ideas. Today, my brain is just silent. However, it is now 8:05, so it is time for us to start the quiz. Oh, however, before I start the quiz, I'm going to answer Reddy's question of what is my favourite Toto song. As it stands, I can only think of one off the top of my head, which is an excellent song, which is the one everybody knows, is Africa. And Coralie, yes, they're all Disney or Pixar. But yes, they are. I did sort of give the clue. All bar one of them are within the last sort of 30 years, so they're more newer Disney. Yes, no. Several people have already said that it's a bit tricky this week. Yes, let's make a start. So, hello, or welcome everybody to this week's quiz. I'm sure most of you know who I am, but just in case there is anybody new, hello, my name is Abby. And yeah, I've been running these quizzes since the 1st of April. So 2 weeks, we'd have been doing them for 6 months, which is crazy thought. So the format of the quiz is the same as always. So we will have 3 rounds. We will then have a short break for you to sort of collate all your answers together. We will then mark those 3 rounds. We will then do the final 2 rounds, again have a short break, mark those final 2 rounds, and mark the picture round. So your round themes this week, as always, we are starting off with general knowledge. Your round 2 is sport and leisure. Round 3 was a requested round. So I did put a post on Facebook on Friday asking for round suggestions, and someone suggested things we should have learnt in school. So I've adapted that slightly. So I've got questions taken from the TV show Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old? So hopefully that one should be reasonably simple, but we'll see. Round 4 is also a requested round, which is given the Italian name for a classic pizza, you just need to tell me what the traditional pizza toppings will be, which some might be easier than others on that one. And then the final round is another general knowledge round. This one, all the answers are connected, so you just have to tell me at the end of the round what the connection is. So hopefully there's a mixture of some easier and some difficult rounds in there. Obviously, I know a picture round is a bit trickier tonight as well, but hopefully it should be fun still. So quickly before we start, same rules as always, but again, if anyone is new, the first rule is please don't look up your answers. I want to know what you know, not what you can look up on Google or ask Alexa for or anything like that. Want to know what you know. The next rule sort of follows on from that is please don't post your answers in the comments, because whilst I want to know what you know, if you put them in the comments, obviously that gives the answer away to everybody. And spoils the fun a little bit. So yeah, please don't put your answers in the comments. And then the third rule is kind of almost an apology in a way, in that I'm human, I make mistakes sometimes. I hold my hands up to that. However, Quizmaster's word is final. So please don't argue with me. I do try and research everything. I do sometimes make mistakes. Yeah. I think that is it. So if we are ready to go, let me know and we can make a start. Also, Richard, no, question 1 is not what is the Quizmaster's name. But like some people might have an unfair advantage on that one. Okay. A couple of people say they're ready. Let's see how long it takes for someone else to say they're ready. Yeah, I'm going to assume that since a couple of people have said they're ready, everyone is ready and just being slow. Yeah, there we go. More people coming through now. So starting with your general knowledge round, question 1. What type of pastry would you use to make eclairs and profiteroles? So what type of pastry would you use to make eclairs and profiteroles? Question 2. How many children did Queen Victoria have? So how many children did Queen Victoria have? Question 3. From which port did the Titanic sail from on its maiden voyage in 1912? So, from which port did the Titanic sail from on its maiden voyage in 1912? Question 4. How would you write the number 90 in Roman numerals? So, how would you write the number 90 in Roman numerals? That's 90 as in 90. Question 5. Which line on the London Underground has the fewest stations? So, which line on the London Underground has the fewest stations? Question 6. In which year did Nelson Mandela die? So, in which year did Nelson Mandela die? Question 7. A margarita cocktail has which spirit as its base? So, question 7. A margarita cocktail has which spirit as its base? Apologise, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. So if I do sneeze, I'm sorry. Question 8. Who played the Ninth Doctor? So, who played the Ninth Doctor? Question 9. What is the name of Elvis Presley's home in Memphis? So, what is the name of Elvis Presley's home in Memphis? And finally, question 10. In which year was the first iPhone released? So, in which year was the first iPhone released? Okay, and with that, we are at the end of our first round. So if you have any questions that you'd like me to repeat, just pop them in the comments, or if you can't see the comments, drop me. I've got my phone here so I can see sort of text messages, WhatsApp messages, that type of thing. Yeah, of course. So question 8 was, who played the Ninth Doctor? Okay, no one's asked any more, so I'm going to move on to round 2 now. So round 2 is sport and leisure. If you do think of any more that you want repeating from round 1, let me know when we have our break after round 3 and I'll repeat them then. So moving on to the sport and leisure round now. Question 1, which two nations both have 4 World Cup triumphs? Half a point for each. So which two nations both have 4 World Cup triumphs? You can get half a point for each of them. Yes, this is Football World Cups. Question 2, the wood of a cricket bat traditionally comes from which type of tree? So the wood of a cricket bat traditionally comes from which type of tree? Question 3, which country was F1 legend Ayrton Senna from? So question 3, which country was Formula One legend Ayrton Senna from? Question 4, Katarina Johnson-Thompson is world champion in which sport? So question 4, Katarina Johnson-Thompson is world champion in which sport? Question 5. What is Usain Bolt's 100 meters world record time? So what is Usain Bolt's 100 meters world record time? Question 6. Which sport involves tucks and pikes? So which sport involves tucks and pikes? Question 7. In which year did Andy Murray win Wimbledon for the first time? So in which year did Andy Murray win Wimbledon for the first time? Question 8. In bowling, what is the term given for 3 consecutive strikes? So in bowling, what is the term given for 3 consecutive strikes? Question 9. Which snooker player is nicknamed the Rocket? So, which snooker player is nicknamed the Rocket? And finally, question 10. Name the only 2 positions who can score in netball. So name the only 2 positions who can score in netball. I've got to say you get half a point for each correct answer there as well. And I've seen a couple of people have put comments and messaged me about the sport involving tucks and pikes. I didn't realise there were multiple answers for this. My search didn't turn up multiple answers. If you've put any of the correct answers, which I'm just finding out what they are now, then you can have that and sort of have any of those. I didn't realise that. But that is now the end of round 2. So as usual, if you have any questions you'd like me to repeat, then just let me know. Of course, Tank. Question 8. So question 8 was, in bowling, what is the term given for 3 consecutive strikes? Okay. So as nobody has asked for any more questions, I'm going to move on to round 3, apart from I've just seen question 5. I was like, I got confused. I had a comment saying, what was 15? I don't know. That wasn't question 15. Question 5. So question 5 was, what is Usain Bolt's 100 meters world record time? With that, I'm going to move on to round 3. So any further questions you want repeating, ask me in the break. So round 3, as I mentioned at the start, was a request round. So in the future, if you do have any rounds you'd like to see, then let me know over on the Facebook page. I am always happy to accommodate them. This was a suggestion from somebody of things you would have learned in school. So as I said, I've adapted that to be essentially, are you smarter than a 10-year-old? So I've taken some questions from the TV programme. So we will have a go at some of those. So question 1, what is the capital city of Portugal? So question 1, what is the capital city of Portugal? Question 2, what is the biggest desert in the world? So question 2, what is the biggest desert in the world? Question 3, how many degrees are there in a circle? So question 3 is, how many degrees are there in a circle? Question 4, what is the name of the Jewish place of worship? So what is the name of the Jewish place of worship? It's in the name of the building for that one. Question 5 was, who was caught trying to blow up Parliament in the year 1605? So 5 again was, who was caught trying to blow up Parliament in the year 1605? Yes, of course, Rachel. This round is questions from the TV show Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old? Question 6 is who steals from the rich and gives to the poor? So question 6 is who steals from the rich and gives to the poor? No, pizza is round 4, Rachel. Question 7. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put which person together again? So all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put which person together again? Question 8. What is the name of the little boy in the Jungle Book? So question 8 is what is the name of the little boy in the Jungle Book? Question 9. Sam had £1 and he spent 55p on sweets. How much money does he have left? So Sam had £1 and he spent 55 pence on sweets. How much money does he have left? And finally, question 10. What is oxygen combined with to create water? So what is oxygen combined with to create water? Okay, so that is the end of round 3. I hope the easiness of that offset the difficulty of the picture round. So we will be having a short break now. So if you'd like any questions from any of the first 3 rounds repeating, then let me know. Otherwise, we will have a break and come back when my timer says I have been live for 42 minutes. So that gives you about 2.5 minutes. If you are ready before I go to start, then do let me know. If most people say they're ready well before, then there's no point in waiting. Okay, just about another half a minute to go. Okay, so I've now given you actually a bit longer than I had said I would give you. So I will make a start on going through the answers to the first 3 rounds now. So starting off with your general knowledge round. So question 1, you would use choux pastry to make eclairs and profiteroles. So choux pastry is your answer. Question 2, Queen Victoria had 9 children. Question 3, the Titanic sailed from Southampton. Question 4, the number 90 in Roman numerals is XC. Question 5, the underground line with the fewest stations is Waterloo and City. So it actually only has 2 stations, Waterloo and Bank. Question 6, Nelson Mandela died in 2013. Despite many people thinking he died in prison in the 80s, he didn't actually die until 2013. Question 7, a margarita cocktail has tequila as its base. Question 8, it was Christopher Eccleston who played the 9th Doctor. Question 9, Elvis's home in Memphis is called Graceland. And finally, question 10, the first iPhone was released in 2007. Right, I'm just going to go back and repeat questions 1 and 2 for people who were chatting. So the answer to question 1 was choux pastry, and question 2, Queen Victoria had 9 children. So moving on to the sport and leisure round now. So 2 nations both have 4 Football World Cup triumphs. They are Germany and Italy. So if you've got either of those, you get half a point each. Brazil have had 5 wins, so the question specifically asked for 4 wins. And so that's why Brazil isn't an eligible answer, in case anyone put Brazil. Question 2, the wood from a cricket bat is traditionally willow. Question 3, Ayrton Senna was from Brazil. Question 4, Katarina Johnson-Thompson is world heptathlon champion. Question 5, Usain Bolt's world record time is 9.58 seconds. If you were within half a second, so if you were within if you put 9.5 something but not 9.58, I'll give you half a point because it's quite tricky. Question 6, the sport involving tucks and pikes. The answer I had was diving. I have been reliably informed that trampoline and gymnastics are also possible answers. So if you had anything of diving, trampolining, or gymnastics, then you can have correct answer there. Question 7. Andy Murray's first win at Wimbledon was in 2013. Question 8, in bowling, the term given for 3 consecutive strikes is a turkey. Question 9, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan that's nicknamed the Rocket. And question 10, The two positions who can score in netball are goal shooter and goal attack. If you've got either of those, you get half a point per correct one. With the world record timings, so Coralie, I know you've put 9.6. I will give you that because 9.58 rounds to 9.6. I won't give you 10 if you've just put 10 seconds. That's too sort of general. Yes. But use your I'm just going to leave that one up to your discretion. I don't want to be too harsh or too lenient on that one. So use your discretion on that one. And then finally, round 3, the questions taken from the TV show Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old? So question 1, the capital of Portugal is Lisbon. Question 2, the biggest desert in the world is the Sahara Desert. Question 3, there are 360 degrees in a circle. Question 4, the Jewish place of worship is a synagogue. Question 5, it was Guy Fawkes who was caught trying to blow up Parliament in 1605. Question 6, it's Robin Hood who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Question 7, it was Humpty Dumpty that the king's horses and king's men couldn't put back together again. Question 8, it was Mowgli was the kid in the Jungle Book. Question 9, Sam would have 45 pence left. And question 10, you would combine oxygen and hydrogen to create water. I've seen some people saying question 2, the answer is Antarctica. I guess it depends on your definition of desert. I have taken these questions from the TV show. I did say that the answers were coming from the TV show. So I'm going to stick with it being Sahara as the answer. I'm sorry, guys. I did try to make it very clear that I was saying that answers are a 10-year-old would know questions. Antarctica, it depends on your definition. But yes, I am sticking with it. Holding firm on this one. I know that's going to disappoint some people, but that is my logic and reasoning. So. Right. Move on from that one. So, round 4, these are all about pizzas. I'm going to go on to a happier topic. Think about food, go on to pizzas. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you the Italian name of a pizza, so the traditional name. You simply need to tell me what toppings you would find on that pizza. I'm going to give some leeway on a couple of them, but just in general, what toppings would you find? So question 1, what toppings would you find on a marinara pizza? So what toppings would you find on a marinara pizza? And I'm going to say, I'm going to be fine. So you don't need to put tomato or cheese unless there's something special about that on the specified pizza. Yeah, because otherwise you're just going to be writing tomato and cheese a lot. So yes, so question 1, what toppings would you find on a marinara pizza? Question 2, what toppings would you find on a prosciutto e funghi pizza? I really should have worked on my pronunciation before this. What toppings would you find on a prosciutto e funghi pizza? I know, my pronunciation is going to be atrocious. This was a request for someone who then isn't even doing the quiz tonight. So, you know, blame them. So question 3, what toppings would you find on a quattro stagioni pizza? So what toppings would you find on a quattro stagioni pizza? Question 4, what toppings would you find on a Hawaiian pizza? Well, that one's not strictly traditional Italian, but and what toppings would you find on a Hawaiian pizza? Question 5, what toppings would you find on a margherita pizza? Question 6, what toppings would you find on a quattro formaggi pizza? So what toppings would you find on a quattro formaggi pizza? Question 7, what would you find on a frutti di mare pizza? So question 7 is what toppings would you find on a frutti di mare pizza? That's spelled Fruttidimare. Question 8, what toppings would you find on a diavola pizza? So what toppings would you find on a diavola pizza? Question 9. What toppings would you find on a Parmigiana pizza? So that is spelled Parmigiana. So what toppings would you find on a Parmigiana pizza? And finally, question 10. What toppings would you traditionally find on a tonno e cipolla pizza? So what toppings would you find on a tonno e cipolla pizza? So that's spelled TONNOECIPOLLA. Tonno e cipolla. Okay, so that is the end of round 4 now. So if you need anything repeating again, let me know. I've seen a request for question 1 again. So question 1 was, what toppings would you find on a marinara pizza? So marinara is MARINARA, marinara pizza. And 3 again is, what toppings would you find on a quattro stagioni pizza? So it's QUATRO STAGIONI. So quattro stagioni. And then question 10 was, what toppings would you find on a tonno e cipolla pizza? So that's TONNOECIPOLLA. I know, I had pizza for dinner tonight and now I'm feeling hungry. I want pizza again. All right, so we're going to move on to round 5 now. If you need anything repeating now, I'll do it in the break. So moving on to the final round now, which is a general knowledge round again. But all of the answers are connected, and question 10 is going to be, what is that connection? So question 1, who is missing from this list? Doc, Sneezy, Sleepy, Bashful, Happy, and Dopey. So question 1, who is missing from that list? Doc, Sneezy, Sleepy, Bashful, Happy, and Dopey. Question 2, what would you traditionally serve with ice cream at a children's party? So question 2 is, what would you traditionally serve with ice cream at a children's party? Question 3. Complete James May's nickname from Top Gear. Captain what? So question 3 is complete James May's nickname from Top Gear. Captain what? Prem, the theme is it's a connection round, so it's general knowledge, but you have to say for question 10 what is the connection between all your answers. Question 4. What is the name of the 2004 film which features Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet, and in which memories of relationships are able to be clinically erased? So question 4 is, what is the name of the 2004 film featuring Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet, in which memories of relationships are able to be clinically erased? Question 5. What is the name of the song by Pharrell Williams that was written for the 2013 film Despicable Me 2? So question 5. What is the name of the song by Pharrell Williams which was written for the 2013 film Despicable Me 2? Question 6. Which Taylor Swift song has been made into a meme where videos of goats replace part of her singing? So question 6 is, which Taylor Swift song has been made into a meme where videos of goats replace parts of her singing? Question 7. In the nursery rhyme, what word is used to describe the girl whose garden grows with silver bells and cockle shells? So, in the nursery rhyme, what word is used to describe the girl whose garden grows with silver bells and cockle shells? Question 8. The daughter of a king or queen is called a what? So the daughter of a king or queen is called a what? Yes, that one's not a trick question. In case anyone is wondering. Question 9. What is the name of the film series starring Tom Cruise as the agent Ethan Hunt? So, what is the name of the film series starring Tom Cruise as the agent Ethan Hunt? And finally, question 10. What is the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers? So question 10 is, what is the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers? Okay, so that was your final question of this quiz. So if you have any questions you would like me to repeat, either from the pizzas round or from that last round, let me know. Otherwise, we will have a short break for you to finalise your answers. Make sure you've got everything together, including your picture round answers. You get as many of those as you can. Again, I'll give about 2.5 minutes. So when my timer says I've been live for 1 hour and 12 minutes, we will start going through the answers. If you're all ready before that, then let me know, of course. Richard, round 4 or 5. I'm going to assume 5 because you've not specified a round. So round 5, question 4 was, what is the name of the 2004 film featuring Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet, in which memories of relationships are able to be clinically erased? Okay, just about another minute left now. Okay, so my timer has just ticked over to 1 hour, 12 minutes. So I will make a start on the answers. I'll just get there very slowly to give you as much time as possible. As I say, the number of people saying, "Oh, I'm going to have pizzas now." Sorry, guys, but it's made me want a pizza as well. And I had, as I said, I had pizza for dinner tonight. So, right, let's make a start on the answers now. Then, so starting with the pizzas round. So, question 1: the toppings on a marinara pizza are tomato and garlic traditionally. So traditionally there is no cheese on a marinara pizza. So if you just put tomato and no cheese, then that's fine. So marinara literally just has tomato sauce on it, pretty much. Question 2: the prosciutto e funghi is ham and mushroom. Question 3: the quattro stagioni. So you would have artichokes, tomatoes, mushrooms, and either ham or olives. And they would be separated into 4 quarters, because it is also known as the 4 seasons pizza. So if you put 4 seasons, you can have the point. I was going to be harsh and say half the point, but I'll just let you have the full point if you've just put 4 seasons. If you've put toppings down and if you've got 2 of them right, you can get half the point. Question 4: the Hawaiian pizza is ham and pineapple. Question 5: the margarita pizza, that one's tomato, mozzarella, and traditionally fresh basil. If you've just got tomato and mozzarella, or tomato and cheese, that's fine. Question 6: the quattro formaggi. So traditionally is mozzarella, gorgonzola, fontina, and parmigiano, so parmesan. However, if you've just put 4 cheese, you can have that point. Question 7: the frutti di mare is seafood. Question 8: the diavola is pepperoni. That's the Italian word for a traditional pepperoni pizza. However, it sometimes does also have chili. So if you put pepperoni and chili or something sort of spicy along those lines, then you can have that point. Question 9: the Parmigiana pizza is topped with aubergine. And question 10: the tonno e cipolla is tuna and onion. So if you've only got one of those, you can have half a point. And yes, traditionally is tuna and onion. So I got to sort of 8 questions and then was struggling for the last 2, in case anyone couldn't tell that. We're moving on to the connections round now. So question 1, it is Grumpy that is missing from that list of the 7 dwarfs. So Grumpy. Question 2, you would traditionally serve jelly with ice cream at a kid's party. So jelly is your answer. Question 3, James May's nickname on Top Gear was Captain Slow. Question 4, the film with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If you've not seen it, it's an excellent film, and I would recommend it. So 4 was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Question 5, the song by Pharrell Williams was Happy. Question 6, the Taylor Swift song was I Knew You Were Trouble. So, yeah, I Knew You Were Trouble. Question 7, the word to describe her is contrary. So it's Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? So contrary is the answer I was looking for. Question 8, the daughter of a king or queen is called a princess. So I did say that one's not a trick question. Question 9, the film series starring Tom Cruise as the agent Ethan Hunt is Mission Impossible. So question 10, the connection is they all contain Mr. Men and Little Miss characters. So you've got Mr. Grumpy, Mr. Jelly, Mr. Slow, Little Miss Sunshine, Mr. Happy, Little Miss Trouble, Little Miss Contrary, Little Miss Princess, and Mr. Impossible. It's verified from the list. I was looking through the list. So yeah, they're all Mr. Men and Little Miss characters. So well done if you got that connection. And then finally, moving on to the picture round. So picture 1 is Monsters Inc. Oh, you've got the Monsters Inc. logo there. Question 2 is from Tarzan. Question 3 is the restaurant from Ratatouille. Question 4, you might have needed to zoom in a bit there, but that is Edna Motehouse from The Incredibles. Question 5 is the sort of palace from The Emperor's New Groove. Question 6 is probably the most obscure of the lot, but that is from Atlantis. Also an excellent film. If you've not seen that one, I would recommend that one. Not seen that one for a long, long time. Question 7 was from Inside Out. Question 8 was from Lilo and Stitch. Question 9 is the Garbage Earth from WALL-E. And question 10 is the cottage from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So I know there were some tricky ones in that round this time. There we go. So that is the end of this week's quiz. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know it was a bit trickier this week. There was some controversy. I'm sorry for the controversy, but as I did say in my rules, Quizmaster's word is final. So yes, I hope you all enjoyed it this week. And as I always say, if you have any rounds you would like to see, do let me know. As you can tell, I do take them on board and try and put them in, as long as I can make them work. So we're always happy for ideas. Thank you all for joining me. And I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week and stay happy and stay safe now that things are picking back up again with the dreaded C word. Yes. Have a lovely week, guys. Bye. Bye.